today, people.
Oh, yeah.
That's us.
Come on, Tim.
I just clap. I mean, I'm just trying looking for, the crowd. They over there just silent as a lamb.
Yo, how the hell are you?
We blessed.
Oh, like a singing group.
You got to think about it. A lot of people came in here, sat and went.
It's true.
And we still around.
But I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, you're right. It's true.
What have you been doing?
I know what he been doing.
What?
Making that pop money. He been making that pop money.
You pop right.
Are you guys working as much, or do you?
Oh yes, you know what it is. I feel like from the school we came from. I think it's a new school that's putting out music like ratchetly, just constantly putting out a bunch of, and it's like, first of all, you didn't beat the first single that you just put out, so like they just constantly do one album and do another album. But you got to think about it. When we was out like back in the 90s, you was excited to hear the next album. Even like even Puff, when he put an album out, it was like another 2 years before he got another album, or another 2 years before he got a big album. Now people putting an album out 6 months because they lifespan is short. It's
not even 6 months. You can drop something. Could have dropped something yesterday, and they'd be like, "That throwback was hot."
Yeah. So basically, that's the question is, we still around and we blessed
and still rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been, we both been behind the scenes working. And like you said, it was a time period where you didn't have to do that. Every 5 seconds you put out a record. You put out a record February, that lasts you for 6 months.
Yeah.
And so people probably think, because they don't hear it like that from us, that we ain't doing that, but nah, we most definitely.
Please tell me what's the real situation on this Aaliyah?
Aaliyah and Drake, huh?
Please, I need to know, because every day I would get a new story that you were involved and you weren't involved and you were okay with it and
I don't
you weren't
know
okay
nothing.
with it.
Nothing. I don't
Give
know
me
nothing.
the official Missy and Timbaland stance on this Aaliyah project.
You know what? I will answer this one.
let Missy speak too.
No, because I'm gonna answer this from my man 40. 40 called me.
40.
Yeah, 40. Drake didn't call me 40. He texted me. He was like,
"This is Drake's producer."
Yeah. So he was like, "Man, like this was not supposed to be. Like came to me in a different situation," and I was just like, okay, like it wasn't even about an album, what he was explaining to me. So I didn't know, like when everybody was calling me, I kind of like, I don't want to hear that mess. So I stayed out of it until he actually called me. You know what I'm saying? And I heard the blog sites, and I saw about what, the DMX, and I big up people for just caring about me and caring about me and Missy about that. But we really removed ourselves from that. Like I didn't want to hear nothing about it until 40 actually asked me to say, yo, it wasn't. I'm like, what happened? Like, what's really going on? Like, he was like, I just was asked to do a song, and I'm like, oh wow. And I'm like,
so it went from a song to an album.
I don't even know if it's an album. I don't know if that's even. I don't think that's even in the works. I don't know.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
So this whole thing might have just been
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's just blown out of proportion.
You never spoke to Drake?
I haven't spoke to Drake yet.
No,
you either.
No call has been made to me.
What if the call came? What would your response be?
Well, my response would be a little different because I have to respect her family. She has a mother, she has a brother, she has a father that she's very close with, and until they come and say we're ready to do an Aaliyah album, then I don't really want to, step over and try to get into that, because it's very sensitive, for us as just fans and everybody. Everybody would love to hear an Aaliyah album. I always say, for regular people, after that, people go on with their lives, but this is her family who knew her before she was Aaliyah the superstar. So there's no time limit on their mourning. And until they come and say we're ready to, do an Aaliyah album. I just feel like, just more realistically and respect wise,
You don't want anything to do with it.
no.
But if they got rights to do it and did it, would you feel away? You probably would feel away.
You know what? Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I mean, that's like,
And because
doing a Biggie album without Puff involved.
yeah, it's like,
Well, no.
but it's not even that. It's just like I don't think like I have a hard time just hearing her music. So to sit there to do some music on.
But not only
Yeah.
that, too, is we have to think about it's not records that already done came out. We're talking about unfinished music, and we don't know what her reasoning for not putting those records out. Maybe she didn't feel like they was her best work,
Right.
and so we don't want to tap into that. Just
That is a
it's
good
spiritually
point. No.
something else.
Yeah,
just-
it's touchy.
yeah, very,
get it.
very touching. Unless her parents came in and conducted that.
Let me ask you this. There's been some talk. People feel maybe Drake's thing with Aaliyah is almost a little.
Why everybody keep
Weird.
saying that?
Everybody keeps. He has a tattoo of her. He's never met her.
I mean,
it's okay. I mean, that's his.
I
You know,
mean,
that's his thing.
I
I just
mean-
wonder, as people close to her, how that
I
makes
don't know.
you
That's
feel.
to me. The tattoo parts. I'm like, yo, did that man come in here and show y'all like lift up his shirt? Like, I mean, they said pictures online and all this stuff, but I'm
No,
like,
he has it. He has a tattoo.
did he show y'all?
I've seen pictures of
See,
it.
there we go. We seen
So you
pictures.
think the
Like,
pictures
like,
are not-
like I said, Missy, like, Missy had to pull her shirt. I'm like, let me see it.
So you think
You know
these
what I'm saying?
you
I'm
think
like,
these are
old
fake
school.
photos?
I think that the tattoo is I think is real. I did see a picture of it. You know what? Let me be quiet because I really.
Yeah, you think
like,
it's
you know,
weird.
no,
You
because
think it's weird?
You know what it is because you know what it is because he's a human
Like, I see your
being
tattoo.
too.
Right, you don't know what his
And
connection
so
is, right?
he's a human being, and
I ain't see it.
a lot of people might not have met Michael Jackson, but feel like a connection with him. And it's easy for us to be protective over Aaliyah because we feel like that's like our little sister, and even with her not being here, we still very protective over her. But I don't know because he's still human, and he I think when it becomes a celebrity thinking about that, it seems a little
Right.
awkward, but I guess
It's
too.
very interesting.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I would be curious to know.
Have you met him? Do you guys know
I've
Drake?
never met
Yeah,
him.
I know Drake.
I've never met him.
You should have a conversation with him about this. Clear it up.
I mean, like I just had 40 call me. I never had their numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like 40 reached out to me.
But officially, you have nothing to do with this project. Not involved. Don't.
As far as me,
Mhm.
I don't, and that's just out the respect of
The
her
family.
family. But if they came and they said we're ready for an Aaliyah album, I know I'm front and center. I know that Tim is front and center, but I don't want to speak for him.
No, I would do it. I mean, but it got to be, like it's a deep situation, like with us. Like if
No, I
like
know.
if Missy said if the mama and all them, everybody like, because that's a death. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to
Yeah.
come together and look at us face in eye to eye and be like, this is what we want.
What do you think about the song that he actually did? Do you like the song?
I've only heard a snippet of it.
What? Really? You want to hear it?
No.
No? Okay.